that means a lot. The damsel is in the house. Raise your hand if you have a blog. Woo woo! That a girls. You're already on the right path. I'm just kidding. If you don't have a blog, you should have a blog, because a blog is a great way to learn the fashion industry in your own way. You can explore different avenues such as styling, graphic design, writing, whatever it is that you're into. I can sit here and talk about my blog all day long. No matter what I say about my journey is going to have nothing to do with your journey. So what I would like to offer is just, I want to be an open book. If you have any questions about blogging, let's hear them, and I will answer them. And I already see a hand, and I love it. The number one question, what is the best way to create traffic for your site? How do you get those readers? That's a great question. I'm still learning. I don't know. I wish we could just buy them or something, but you can't. Then I'd have to win the lottery. That's a whole different issue. The best way that I have found that you can grow your audience, number one, is through consistency. Consistent posting. Create an editorial calendar for yourself. When I first got started, I did corporate Mondays, and every Tuesday and Thursday I would do an outfit post. Every Wednesday I did what I want Wednesdays, and every Friday I did follow Friday. And I stuck to that calendar. That was my editorial calendar. And I set a schedule for myself. I also took my blog seriously as a business, because in order for businesses to take you seriously, and brands and designers, you have to take yourself seriously. You know, I am a business, like this is my business. I am a blogger, so please invest in me just as much as I'm investing in my blog. I also, another tip I would say is to have the design be aesthetically pleasing. Invest in your blog just as you would any other business. Invest in a good camera if you're a style blogger. If you're a food blogger, invest in good ingredients and do your research, and put just as much time into your blog as you would your full-time job, because if you want it to be your full-time job, then it's your full-time job. So I think that if you go to anyone's site, you can tell, if you go to a blog, you can tell when they're taking it, if they're taking it seriously, and the readers will come. If you're persistent, consistent, and you care, and you have good quality original content, then the readers will come. They will come. Yeah. Yes.
How did you balance work and life clearly since you're married?
I don't. I really don't. I don't have a good answer for that. My blog is my life, and my life is my blog, and I've created it that way. When I travel, and my husband and I are on our anniversary trip, we're taking pictures for my blog. I don't really have a good work-life balance right now, and it's something I'm working on, and I'm trying to find that answer, because right now I have a very hard time shutting it off. I'm traveling, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and it's tough, because it's kind of like a personal diary in a way, you know? Like if you get ready to go to a party, and you're like, hey, happy to take a picture of this, it's challenging. I mean, I think it's that way with any small business owner, not just bloggers. You are your boss, so it's hard to, shut it down in a way. Yes, hi. You. Yeah. How to pose? Oh, that's a good question. Why you put your hand here? That's a good question for Sadler, who's on TV every day. There's a lot of little tricks of the trade. First, if you're a style blogger, I mean, I can just do like a whole breakout session on like how to take a good picture for a blog. It's all about the lens, not necessarily the camera. 50mm lens is a great lens for style bloggers because it gets that blurry background, and they're cheap. It's like $50, I think, for a 50mm lens. Hold the lens at shoulder. Even when you're taking a good picture for Instagram, hold the camera at shoulder level. Everyone wants to go above, and that makes you look skinny and all, but shoulder level looks more editorial and like, bam, If you go to the girls like Ami Song, who has like 1.5 million followers on Instagram, you'll probably notice not all of our pictures are taken from like way up here. They're taken from shoulder. Damn, I need that 1.5. But yeah, shoulder level. And two, it's like about if everything's in your arms and your legs. Like you can make yourself look way skinnier if you just create like a little triangle effect here. But don't always put your hand on your hip, like maybe leg. I mean, it's just the more you take your picture, the more you kind of critique yourself, and it's a personal thing. But take note of what works versus what you hate, and you'll find it. And also look at other blogs and see what they're doing that you like, and try to replicate that is what I would say to do. Study their sites. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anybody else? How to make money off your blog, perhaps? I mean, I know you guys have questions. You're just being shy. Everyone wants to know how to make money. Come on. How to make money off your site when you're starting. It's a little difficult at first, but I would say reach out to smaller boutique stores. I mean, how many of you guys have style blogs, like outfit posts versus like interior design? I think it kind of goes across the board for style bloggers and interior and even food. I would say reach out to smaller companies within your local, or your town or your city, and start small, even for trade. And once you build that relationship, a lot of brands that I've worked with, I've started out just being like, oh, if you gift me a piece and then I'll wear it, and then they like what you do with it. You create that relationship and you create that synergy between yourself and your blog and your site and the brand, and then it just turns into something else. And the first big collaboration I did was because a friend of mine worked for the company. You never know, what's going to happen. I'm sure you guys have heard that a million times today, networking, and it's not what you know, but who you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's true. They keep saying it for a reason. But yeah, questions. Give me something good. Blogging. No? All right. Okay, we're done. I'm just kidding. Okay, bye. I'm trying to think of something that's yes.
So I work full time, so it's really hard for me to blog on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
So what kind of tips would you give to someone who works full time and doesn't really have the time as much as I want
Yes.
to do it on a daily basis?
Yes. How do you keep the momentum? One of the best one of my favorite girls, Blair from Atlantic Pacific. She's thebomb.com. She works for Tory Burch, and she manages to post consistently. When I say consistently, I don't mean like every day consistently, but that's fine. If you can only post once a week, she is an amazingly successful site. Just make sure you always post on the same day, same time. And just be consistent with that. No matter if it's 5 times a week or once a week, it doesn't matter. So long as you're posting consistently at the same time in the same day. For example, I always post at 2 a.m. Pacific time because that's when the New Yorkers are waking up, and I want them to have something to read in the morning, And I'm like, oh, okay. And then 8 a.m., noon, and 3 p.m. are the best times to post on your blog. I would also recommend going to Statigram, which is a new site that I came across, which if you want to grow your Instagram following, you can go to statigram.com and it'll sync up with your Instagram, and it'll tell you when your Instagram followers are the most engaged on your site. It's statigram.com, Statigram. And it tells you when your followers are the most engaged on Instagram, when they're liking pictures, when they're making comments, what's your most liked photo, et cetera, et cetera. And I know my Instagram followers are the most active at 12 a.m. on a Monday, which is crazy. Apparently they like to drink as much as I do and go out and have fun. But that's when they're engaged on Instagram. So that's when I post. You have to be very strategic with it all. That's all it is. Oh, yes, Sadler. She's got a question.
What about over-blogging? Oversaturation. I mean this in the best way, but I default over. I love fashion. I love everybody's
Oversaturation.
Some people I would follow almost
Overpost. Oh, yeah.
I find myself getting de-interested. So how do you determine that balance in your blogging?
At a certain level of blogging, and even early on, you shouldn't say yes to everything. Only say yes to things that are truly, truly speaking to you. And I've said yes to things that I probably shouldn't have said yes to, and we learn, and we live, and we learn. But personally, I don't think you should be posting more than 3 Instagram photos a day. I mean, really? Like, that's personally. I don't know. But I just think you have to listen to your gut. And you know if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. If you're overposting. Your blog, a personal style, a personal interior design, beauty, blah, blah, blah blog should only be getting maximum 2 or 3 posts a day. I mean, who has time to go check all their favorite blogs with all these posts every day? I only post once a day. again, if you're consistent with it, your readers know what they're getting, then it doesn't matter.
Quality versus quantity.
Exactly. Quality versus quantity. And like, if you've always posted 10 pictures on Instagram a day and you have 1.5 million followers, then like those 1.5 million followers like that you're posting 10 pictures a day. So it just depends on what you want to share and expose and what your followers want in return, you know? Yes. Hi. Hi. Chicago.
Me and my girlfriend are trying to start a fashion blog, and the problem that we're coming across is the name. Very,
Such a good
very
question.
Bronx, and I'm very like uptown, downtown, chic or whatever. So and I'm originally from New Jersey. So I want to know how long did it take for you to come up with the name, and why?
This is such a good question. I love this question because this is like every day I'm thinking about this. The name is everything and the name is nothing. The name is nothing. The name of your blog is nothing. But the name of your blog is everything. It's so annoying. Damsel in Dior. Well, guess what? I can't trademark it. I can't come out with a book. I can't come out with my own collection because of fucking Dior. Like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? I came up with a name just like on a whim, and I'm like, oh, I was a damsel in distress in Texas, and then my husband actually came up with the name. He's like, you're a damsel in Dior now. Like, I love you. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Now I'm like, God, it is literally like every day, all day, I've been trying to come up with a new name. The name is... It's everything and it's nothing, because if you have the content, you've got it. I mean, there are blogs out like Atlantic Pacific. Like, what is that name exactly? Fashion Toast. Like, what are these names? They're silly names if you really think about it. But those are the Man Repeller. I mean, that's a great name. I mean, let's be honest. That's a great name. That's a great name. She does have a book. It's a brilliant name. But I don't think she overthought it. I think you just shouldn't overthink it. And it'll just come to you. Like, listen to music and go shopping, and it'll come to you. And I keep telling, this is me like looking in the mirror telling myself this, because it's been a year and I need to come up with something that has damsel in it but doesn't have the Dior. If anyone can come up with something, that would be amazing. Help me. But it's, yeah. Just keep those things in mind too when you do come up with a name, something that's trademarked. Yeah, why not that? No, Uptown Downtown? I bet that has about as many letters in it as Damsel in Dior does. Uptown Downtown. That's catchy. UptownDowntown.com. There you go. There you go. Anybody else? Do you have a question?
I don't have a question.
You're waving at me.
Well, the event's over. We have
It's over. Hi. One more.
So I was thinking,
Yes.
if you want to take questions out here,
I don't know if anybody has any other questions, I'm going to be out there. And email me. My email is jc@damselindior.com. Hopefully not going to be that name much longer. I reply to all of my emails. And if I don't, I'm going to. I promise. I will. I'm very busy, but I will reply to all of them. It's jc@damselindior. Thanks for listening to me yap.